Now for this box here, I used two different wrapping papers to get this design. You can use this two wrapping papers usually when you don't have enough of one sheet or if you just want to make something fancy. The purple paper does have a little bit of detail on it, and I can show you how to do that. So first we're going to start with this box here, which I just folded some wrapping paper around it. As you can see, I didn't have enough, so I'm using the second sheet to use as a design. And to get the detailing that I have there, you're going to just take your wrapping paper. Your detailed side is going to face down, and you're going to fold one time. And then at this point, I like to call this the fan detail. So I don't know if you remember when you were kids, when you used to make the little fans in class, you can just fold it on an angle 2 times. So that's 1, that's 2. And then you unfold it and you have these little creases here. So with the folded side facing you, for the first crease, you're gonna kind of puff it up a little bit and bring it towards you on a slant. So you do that with the first one and with the second one. Which forms this fan look. Now on the underside of it, you're just going to use some regular Scotch tape to tape it down. I use about 2 to 3 pieces of tape. So it's 2, and that looks like that's good enough. And then you take your box here, and you basically lay it down to where you want it to fit. So this looks like a good spot. And then for this side, I'm just going to fold this in until it covers about, maybe that's about 2 inches from this point. So I'm just going to measure everything out. Now for the excess paper, you can cut this off. I usually cut it off because it tends to make wrapping the gift a little bit harder. And then also tape down those ends. Okay, now to position this onto the box, the trick is to use double-sided tape. So you're going to use your double-sided tape along the edges. And then we're just going to position this on the box. Press it down really hard. Okay, now as for the ends of the box, I usually crease the edges just to make it look a bit more defined. And then for the ends, usually you can do that as you normally would wrap a gift. So I just fold in the corners. I can show you this way. Fold in the corners. Once again, if there's any excess paper, you can always cut that off if it makes your folding a little bit hard. So you just, once again, just rub down the sides of the box. And I'm going to cut off the excess paper. Okay, so the first part of the box that I seal would be, this is the bottom, so I'm going to fold that part first. Just with some regular Scotch tape. Okay, and then for the top. Now as far as folding the ends, usually I don't fold it until the bottom of the box. I like to do it in where it's in the center. So I'll just fold this up just to determine where I want it to be, which is about there. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of paper. And, okay. So just take down the little pieces. And then fold. Now on this point, this is where you will put your double-sided tape underneath. I don't like to leave regular tape on the outside of the box, so I would use double-sided tape on this point. This paper is a little bit thick, so you might have to use a couple of pieces. And I just line all of the edges with the double-sided tape. And then you fold. Now, if your paper is a little bit thick and the tape is not sticking, once you tie the ribbon around the box, it will hold the paper in place. So, and that would be your finished edge. And you would do the same thing on the other side of the box, which would leave you with that nice fan design. If you want to make the design more detailed, all you have to do is kind of fold the edges back a little bit. And it gives it more of a three-dimensional look, like that.